Well, for light wind conditions, what you need to have is a fin that's going to give a lot of lift and give you some height up the course and get you to the top mark fairly quickly and fairly early. For intermediate conditions, you need a fin that's going to have a lot of range and needs to be fast as well. And for high wind, you're looking for a fin that's going to give you a lot of control.
So in the last couple of years, with the increase in efficiencies in both boards and sail designs, it's allowing everybody to use smaller fins. So I definitely encourage people to try, instead of going always on a 70, try 68, 66. I've used even 62 centimeter fins, and it's surprising how much speed you can get out of them. So go out there and try that out, and I think the time has come where you can start using smaller fins now and not be carrying around the 70 centimeter fins.
For lighter wind, the guys are now running in the majority a softer fin, which aids in pumping and helps people get the board up onto the plane and gives a little bit more oomph into the sail once you're running in the lighter winds. And in high wind, the majority of riders are now riding fairly stiff fins.
Normally, I like to have a not really stiff fin in the light wind, like a medium or stuff like that. I try always to use 70 or 68, not really much down, but normally in light wind I like soft, medium, and high wind I will drop the size, but I will put a stiffer one because the board is really much controllable.
I use the Deberger, mostly 70 fin and sometimes 68 for high wind. I tend to prefer the medium stiffness because I get a smoother push. I'm not so heavy at the moment, being 82 kilo. Maybe like if you're 90 odd kilo, you could do with the hard one, but
the fins I'm using right now, they are way more powerful and maybe nervous and technical, but this is something you can do now because the sails are so stable and the boards are really stable. So now I think that the power, like many guys, they are just getting the power through the fins. I'm one of them. Wojtek, I know he always tries to use small sails and he's using a lot of power on the fin. So nowadays fins are becoming a little bit more narrow, more unstable, but faster. Like at the moment I'm using the softest fin that exists in the Boucher, so with this you can go with really small sails and you will get the same power as if you go in with big sails. Just lighter feeling on the sail and maybe you get a better compromise in the end.
A lot of the top racers are experimenting with fin rig. In light wind I find I get more lift with a more upright fin. In high wind, in choppy water, a more raked back fin is easier. Choosing fin stiffness is important. There's lots out there, it's just time on the water. The new modern slalom sails and slalom boards have such a good range and are so efficient, so that choosing the right size for your board and rig is very important. Not all slalom courses are really broad reaches. Some are quite beamy or straight across the wind. Therefore, I choose the fastest fin possible that gives me just enough rail pressure